Nowadays, Tim Burton is a pale shell of his former self. But in the mid to late 90s, he was truly one of the most unique directors working today. And his take on Sleepy Hollow is definitely underrated. Starring Johnny Depp along with Christina Ricci, Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman, which, that's just a perfect casting choice right there. Christopher Lee as a judge, and shot by Emmanuel Lubezki. Oh, and also produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Why isn't this movie talked about more? Let's dig in and figure out why. I'm sure a lot of you know the Disney movie The Tale of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. But if you want a hardcore version of that, then you'll definitely want to check out Sleepy Hollow. I'd be comfortable in saying that from the late 1980s to the late 1990s was Tim Burton's golden era in terms of creative. Not only in that time did he create a very successful Batman movie, and its weird sequel, but he also directed Beetlejuice. Boy, I wish we could have that Burton back, but hey, a man can dream. But while I believe Sleepy Hollow is not Burton's best movie, I think it is his most underrated. If I had to theorize a guess, I would have to say that this is Burton's tribute to Hammer horror. I'm not a cinema studies major, I'm not even close, but if I had to put on my tinfoil hat, I would say that the Hammer tributes run very strong throughout this movie. The blood is a bright red, very similar to what would go on in the Hammer horror films. Not only that, but you would have Hammer alumni Michael Gough, and of course Christopher Lee in this movie. But the biggest compliment that I could give this movie is that it is just bat crap crazy. Burton is just throwing all of his creative juices into this movie, and largely speaking, it does pay off. Who would have the stones to cast Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman? Tim Burton, that's who. It's crazy to think about just how crazy this movie would turn out to be, as when it was in development, it was just supposed to be just another generic slasher movie from the early 90s. Thank God Tim Burton came along and said, hey, let's juice this thing up. Again, this isn't top tier Burton, but it is one rung below. If you haven't checked this out, I do highly recommend it.